Hey guys, I'm Abad and we are here for a webinar on how to create AI powered presentations. So the other thing with this is that we all are like really into ChatGPT. As you can see, I would have a ChatGPT tab open on my Chrome browser. So the issue with that is that you just manually do stuff. You write over there, you copy paste, you enhance stuff, but you don't have a tool to create stuff for you from the very scratch. So what we brought to you guys today is that it's like really it's like 9 lines of code, and if you write that code, it's gonna get you AI powered presentations downloadable. So that's kind of a cool thing. So let me share my screen for you guys, and then we can take it from there. Okay. Okay, so this is the topic that we are going to cover today, masterclass in creating AI-powered presentations. This is about me. I'm an associate data engineer at Data Science Dojo. I have been working in this domain since more than over 2 years. So my mainly tasks are mainly towards AI-based solutions, creating AI-powered stuff. And since ChatGPT came, we are completely into that, developing applications on top of ChatGPT and OpenAI, so stuff like that. So that's a bit intro about me. So I would like directly come to the agenda of the presentation and the live coding session today. So we're just going to start briefly about what we are doing and what actually the problem is. So whatever tasks that we do, whatever projects that we do, it always have kind of a problem that we're trying to solve. So that's what we will be working on, and from that we will take it up towards a live coding session. So I'll be creating everything from scratch for you guys and with you guys. So we will have a blank file, and we'll create stuff from that to a downloadable presentation. So yeah, let's get started. So it's like the theory part is very less. So I know all of you guys are mainly towards seeing the code. So we will get to that. So the presentation challenge. So till now, like me even, I have been creating presentations by opening PowerPoint and creating or choosing a design and stuff like that. So, but and this is the same thing discussed over here. So it's completely manual. Before ChatGPT and even after ChatGPT, you have to even you have to copy paste the content. You have to change the font sizes, make it bold, change the colors, etc., etc. So that is really time consuming, and today's world, time is money, to be honest. So if we have something that completely removes that makes everything over here into a black box, so that would be really cool. So we will get back to it. So there's a lot of content overload. So when you give presentations, the main thing that I notice it's good is bullet points. So it's not much of text, and even if you have paragraphs, that can be an overload for people, and because they are reading that and congruently listening to the presentator, so things like that. Also, the audience engagement is kind of a problem. So when you start talking, or even over here, even right now, so the audience engagement is the key to subject. So the main thing is how the presentation looks, how it is designed, and in that manner you can more focus on the audience engagement rather than creating the content for the presentation. So let's come on to the benefits of AI powered presentations. So the very first thing that we want is time saved. And that's what we're going to get from today's project. We are going to get effortless PowerPoint generation. So it will be opened into a PowerPoint. So when you download that, it will be opened into PowerPoint. So you can edit it, you can change the design, you can change the font if you want, but everything will be written in code. We can get AI enhanced content by using ChatGPT, of course. So as you all know, most of the people, 90% of workforce is using ChatGPT to create presentations or to write code, even me, even myself. So it's going to save us a lot of time in this project, and we are going to get some enhanced stuff. So for example, it's completely automated pipeline. So we just need to give what topic that we want the presentation on, and everything, even the title page, the secondary pages, the paragraphs, everything would be done for us by this project. So let's get quickly through this. So I know you're all craving for the code. So the traditional versus AI-powered presentations. Traditional, there was manual content creation. They were time-consuming. So it's already been covered, but it's just a comparison between AI-powered, between ChatGPT and old tools. So the old tools, like even PowerPoint, it had some limited automation for us. So for example, if we choose a design, it would take it all to all of the slides that we create in the preceding for the preceding data, but still it's a limited thing, right? It won't give you content, but still PowerPoint has started some AI suggestions, but still it doesn't do everything for you, right? So that's what we are here to solve. For AI powered, it's completely automated. Completely automated. You have some content enhancement. You can. So we will be doing some prompt engineering also. So guys, to be honest, prompt engineering is really important. You can write your code, you can do the whole thing, but if the prompt engineering is not good, it won't give you data that you can use in the preceding steps, right? So we are going to do a really short crash course on it, but yeah, surely we will do that. So and obviously, AI powered presentation creator or even AI powered projects are really fast than manual projects. But why now? Why? What time is it to start this, right? So as we all know, after ChatGPT, it was a really big technological advancement. The world wasn't ready for ChatGPT. So, but when it came, everyone started creating apps on top of ChatGPT. So there have been several recent advancements enabling AI in presentations. So that's how we are going to leverage that into creating our project. And also, if we see the current market trends, many stuff is AI powered in every industry: healthcare, manufacturing, retail, finance. Everything is going towards AI powered. Also, there's a competitive edge to it. See how AI can give you a competitive advantage into doing stuff, into creating content for you. So, so the technical implementation that what we are going to do today is based in 4 steps. So obviously, I will be going to give you a development overview of what we will be doing and what libraries we will be using. Everything from scratch. Also, we will be integrating OpenAI. We will be using the latest model, GPT 3.5 Turbo. So that we won't be using DaVinci because it's kind of deprecated. It will be deprecated next year. So and we will doing a live coding session. We will be doing prompt engineering, writing the presentation creator code, and also I will be showing you some customization options like how to dynamically increase the number of slides or change the color of the background presentation, things like that. Now, how this is the overall structure that I made really quickly, to be honest, but it will give you a slight overview of what we will be doing today. So we will be having 2 prompts, one for the title of the slides and the other one for the content of the slides. We can surely do it in 1 prompt, but the thing is that, you know, if you people are working with OpenAI and using OpenAI calls, you would know that parsing OpenAI response is kind of a big job, and OpenAI won't return you a JSON output every time you want that. So that's kind of a limitation, but there have been output parsers through LangChain, but we won't dive into that. So we will have two prompts to create titles and the content. We will be passing those to 3.5 Turbo using OpenAI API. And then it will generate some titles and some contents for us based on how many slides we want. And we will be writing a code to convert all of that into a PowerPoint. And then we can simply, open that, edit that, read that, and even present that. So yeah, let's start with the coding. That's enough of the talk. So yeah, I will be opening I will be opening my VS Code. So as you can see, this is if this is an empty file, I can increase the font size a bit. So the requirements is really simple. I will be removing this. So we will be using OpenAI and Python PPTX. So this is the library that we will be using to create the presentation for us. and this is the .env to just get the OpenAI API key. So let's start. So first we will be importing libraries. So let's start with importing OpenAI. So this library will obviously will generate prompts. We will giving prompts into it, and we'll be generating titles and content for us from pptx dot utils import pt. So this is the thing that we will be instantiating for the font sizes and things like that, like basic things, right? So we will be also importing OS. Why? Because we need to get the API key, because that's really secure, and you should also secure that in a way that people can't see it. And also we can also import for colors. We want RGB color, and then from .env. So these two libraries are mainly uh, for creating a presentation for us. Okay, sorry for that. And we can simply import this. And then now for the very first thing, for every ChatGPT project or every OpenAI project, we need to import the API key. So I have it stored into a env file.
Yeah,
So
really quickly, what is PT font?
This?
Yep.
So this will come afterwards. So we will be having some font sizes for the title and for the content. So we can't just hard code that simply. So we need to import a package from PBTX library to instantiate the font sizes. So everything will be explained into the later stages, and we will be also coding using that into our code. So now let's get the key. So we will be using now in the env file, we have the OpenAI API key already there, and we is getting over here to instantiate and then to create a model. Now, for you guys, for just this question, so let's instantiate it to. Now we are using PT over here. Title font size, sorry. Now, for example, if we want the font size to be 30 or 40, let's keep it 30 or 32. Also, we want the content font size. So this is the font size thingy. So in this way, we can always come back to it and change the font and just generate the presentation again. So you won't have to, go to every slide or even, control all and control do that. But you just change it over here, and everything will be automated for you. Now let's create the function to get the titles for us using ChatGPT. So let's do this. Now this is the function that will be taking the topic from us that we will be providing ChatGPT and the number of slides that we want. So we can even ask ChatGPT to create how many number of prompts, right? 3, 4, 5, whatever. So let's create the prompt. So this is kind of from a very short crash course in prompt engineering. So generate so this is an f string, noun slides. So I had been working with this prompt for quite some time, and I got to this great prompt. But obviously everything is changeable. You can change that, and it will give you stuff. So now this is a really short prompt. So I won't suggest you to write very large prompts, because ChatGPT can get confused on that. So it would do something and won't do something, and that can be a problem for you, right? So this is a simple prompt for us. So generate num slides can be a number 3, 4, 5. So for example, generate 5 slides, 5 short slide titles for the topic, and the topic will come over here. So now the thing is that whatever topic that we give, anything AI in healthcare or things like that, it will come over here and it will generate some titles for us that we will be utilizing in the later stages. Now you can find this code that I'm going to write in OpenAI handbook and everywhere, because it's kind of custom to use this. So I will be instantiating the OpenAI library and creating the chat completion. Now this completion was for DaVinci. Now we will be using chat completion for GPT 3.5 Turbo. Now what stuff do we need over here? We need the model name. So if you log into OpenAI, you can see the models over there, and you can just simply put the name over there, and you will get your model instantiate over here. 3.5. So the name and the hyphens is kind of from I also have to see the hyphens, like it's where's the full stop, or where's the decimal, or where's the hyphen. So now the main thing is the messages. So the messages also come as a list of dictionaries. So DaVinci just took a string, but over here there's a list of dictionaries that is a system prompt, a user prompt, or even an assistant prompt. So let's just give a system prompt over here. So let's define the role, and the role can be system. So this is kind of what is needed, and we can just put the content as prompt. So now what we did over here is that we defined the role to be the system, and why this is that because we are creating this complete agent. This is a complete agent, right? So we're creating this agent to just do just one task, and its task is to just generate short slide titles. So that's why we are putting it into a system prompt. And yeah, so you can just simply create a system prompt that your AI assistant that creates titles, and then you can give it as a user prompt also. We can do that, so that's not an issue. So now let's put a temperature. Now these are some extra things that we are putting, but I needed to explain you stuff. So that's how you will get more into these kind of stuff, and you will understand. You guys would understand what every parameter means in creating ChatGPT instantiator. So now the temperature over here is that how generic the ChatGPT model can be for us, right? Now the top probability can be we can put 0.1, like the top most probability that we want, and the max token is the main thing. So we can't just put everything, like, because the cost is kind of an issue for us, right? Because if we don't put max tokens over here, it can generate like the huge amount of data for us, and it would cost us, right? And even if we don't set it right now, it can create some content that is out of scope for the prompt that we gave it, because ChatGPT is kind of unpredictable. If you want a JSON output, it won't give a JSON output always. Now I will also put a request timeout. So these are some things that I found out afterwards, creating some demos on using ChatGPT. So the request timeout will wait for 15 seconds for a response, and if we don't get a response, it will remove the request. Because sometimes ChatGPT can fail, right? Due to internal error or due to some content issue. So the request timeout is kind of a good solution for us in that way. Now, what we can return is, so DaVinci had a different kind of return statement, but over here we have a kind of a different. The completion dot choices and the zero index dot message dot content. So if we just print the completion over here, it would print a huge JSON for us, and inside it would be choices and then a list and the message and the content. So we just need the content. So I'm just directly doing that. So to be quick, we can just copy this and paste it. So now we got the titles. We will get the titles from this function. Now we need the content, the main thing, right? So what we can rename the function to is that we can generate slide content, and we don't need a topic or even a number of slides over here, because we will be giving that onto the top function. And when we get the title from over here, we will just passing that, iterating over the titles, and it's just passing it to this function. So let's just put the slide title. Now let's remove the whole prompt, and let's create a new prompt. Let's do some prompt engineering again. So what we have the slide title over here, and we need to create the content. So you need to tell ChatGPT what to do, right? So we can generate content for the slide, and we can put the slide title over here. So generate content for the slide, and this will be a slide title that will be generated by ChatGPT above. Now there are some extra things that we can put, but it's not mandatory, obviously. The content must be in medium worded paragraph. So don't put really large paragraphs for us. We don't want that because PowerPoint has a kind of a limit to show. There's no limit, but still it won't look good with too much text, right? Because the main purpose is not too much text. So we can just have two paragraphs. So let's try two paragraphs. Only return two paragraphs. So what this will say to ChatGPT is that we need some content for the title, and the content must be some medium worded paragraph. So it shouldn't be a long paragraph, and just return two paragraphs for us for the particular site title that we're working on. So the same thing is same and everything is same. So we can increase the max tokens. So for the above thing, we were just getting the title, just the names, right? But over here, we can increase the content length to 300. So what this will be doing is that the max tokens is the number of tokens that we want from ChatGPT, right? We just hard code the limit over here. So if ChatGPT will be generating more than 300 tokens, it will truncate that to 300 tokens. And still, again, we have a request timeout because the request timeout is mainly useful over here. It won't be much useful over there because the data to be generated is not that much. But over here, it's two paragraphs. But still, it won't be needed. But it's still a good approach to put extra stuff so that your whole project has a proper flow. Now let's just come to the main function. That will be the create presentation. So this function will be using the PPTX library for us, and over here we will be using titles and the content to create a PowerPoint for us. So we will be using the topic, the slide titles, and the slide content. The topic won't be used to generate some stuff. We will be using over here for the very first slide, because for the very first slide we need to show the topic, right? We need to tell what the topic is actually about. So and we will take slide titles and slide content that will be generated by ChatGPT. That will be creating function, the main function down below this function. So let's first instantiate the main thing, and is this presentation. So let's import one more thing. Sorry for that. From pptx dot import presentation. And now this is the main thing that we want over here. Now we will be using this variable to do some stuff, to create a title slide, to create a content slide, and to change the font color, or to make the font bold, things like that. So it's a really cool library for us. So now what we want is that we want to put some layouts in place. So there can be two layouts in our presentation, a title slide layout and a content slide layout, because a title has a bold font, a large font, and it can be of a different color. And so that's how you can separate the content and the title, and that's how you can instantiate stuff, right? So we will be using the above variable, and we will be using the layouts. Now we will be using the 0th index over here. Why? Because the 0th is the very first index that we will be using the title. And for the content side layout, what we will be using is the first index. So I have a habit of, copy pasting, but still it's kind of the same thing. So that's how. So we are kind of saving some time, so you guys can ask questions and I can answer those. So yeah. So 0th index for the title and the first index for the content. Because when you open a presentation and when you create a presentation, there's a title and then there's a content for us. Now we can put some background color, and as we imported some RGB color above, so we can use that module. And I have some hardcore values, to be honest, but we will surely try with some different colors in the later stages. So this is perhaps a light blue, so I'm kind of a light color guy. The presentation won't look in a dark color, so that's how. So the background color has been instantiated. So wherever we need a background, we will be using this variable automatically. So if we directly just use this, it would be repeating stuff and stuff again. So now we have the background color. Now what work we will be doing will be on for only the first slide. So the first slide's view is a bit different, right? You just have a title and there's no content mostly. So you just have a title, we just want a title and kind of a subtitle also. So let's create that. So we need title slide, we need the very first slide, and then we can iterate for all the preceding slides because that will have the same structure, right? So we will using the same PowerPoint variable, and then we will instantiate the slides module inside it, and we can simply just add a slide. It's how simple as it is, as you can see, and we can just put the title slide layout. So what this will do is for it will know now this title slide variable would know that what layout do I have to do, a title slide layout or a content slide layout, right? Now we'll be using the title slide variable to put some background, put a text, and put even the color. So the title can be the title slide dot shapes dot title. So in the PowerPoint, what we have is shapes. So the title is a shape, the content is a shape. So there are separate shapes inside PowerPoint. So there are even image shapes, rectangular shapes, circular shapes, things like that. So whenever you explore the library, you will find that out. So we just took the titles shape, and we can just simply, what we can just do, title.text equals the topic. So whatever topic that the user or that we are passing, that will be the very first title page that you will be visiting when you open the PowerPoint. Now we have the title, and now let's put the mainly the fonts and the colors and things like that. So we will be using a title or text frame, and from text frame we will be using the paragraphs. So this is the very first paragraph that we'll be having. So there can be multiple paragraphs inside a shape. So what a shape is, it can be a title and can be a content. And inside that title or content, there can be multiple paragraphs, multiple lines. So for the title slide, what we have is that we just have one title. So we're just using a 0th index. For the preceding stages, there can be multiple content, right? There can be 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. So we will be using iterator for that. So what we just want to do is that we just want a font dot size, and so what above what we did was that the title font size would be of a 32 size. So we can just use that, and so what this means is that we have the title and we have the font, and then we have the size of it to be 32. Now what we want the title to be bold, so we can simply just copy paste. It's really easy, this feature, to be honest. And what we want it to be a bold, so we can just simply this is a boolean variable. We can just simply do a true, and by default it's false. So if you don't want it to be bold, you can just simply omit this line. So we have it true, and now let's put some content. We won't put a paragraph or a really big paragraph. We just simply put one thing that can be a cool thing for you guys. So this placeholder is kind of a subtitle for us. So we can instantiate the placeholder to be a 1. Why 1? Because it is a kind of a content. It is not a title. It is a kind of a content. So that's why we are instantiating it as 1. Now, the same thing that we did above is that we need to put some text onto the title or even the content. So let's just simply put content.text equals, and we can just quickly put over here created by AI. So it's just kind of a cool thing. You can just completely omit that. So now for the background, what we can have is that, so over there, we just put RGB color hex code. So what this does is that we can just simply use that background color variable and just use it for the whole background color. So we have a title slide, as you can see. We have the title slide over here, and we can just put it as a background. So we just got the background of the title slide and the background variable, and we can just simply use the above color to put it as a background. Now we will be using fill background.fill. Now what it is that we can get a gradient fill or a solid fill or a pattern fill, things like that. But we will be doing a simple thing. We will be doing a solid fill. So what we will be doing, this is a solid fill for the very first slide. So what it does is that it gets the background of the whole first slide and it just fills with the color that we have instantiated above. Now fill dot for color dot RGB. So above we have put RGB color, so we will be instantiating the RGB module over here, and then we can just simply put the background color over there. So what it over here is that we just put color, we just hard coded a color to be honest, and then we just put it as a background over here. Now we got the first slide for us. We got the font size, we got the bold thingy, we got the subtitle, we got the topic as a title, and we got the background color. Now this is for the first slide, and this was a bit different slide. If you don't want the first slide, you can simply remove everything over here. But it's kind of a cool thing to get the first slide. So now let's go to the all the preceding slides. So we can simply do a for loop. So what we'll be getting is that, let's go to the function. We will be getting the titles and the content. So they can be more than one, right? So we'll be doing a for loop for slide title and slide content zip. Now what we will be having is that we will be having slide titles and slide content. So now let's see. Yeah, we will be having more than one content, so let's just put test over there. So what we will be giving to this is that we will be giving a list of slide titles and a list of slide content after some cleaning that we will be doing below. So whatever response that you get from ChatGPT, there can be some cleaning needed, so that we will be focusing on the main function. Now we are going to do one thing that will be a slide. That's the same thing that we were doing above. So we are going to add a slides over here. So add slide, and what we'll be using over here, we will be using content slide layout. So this was the very second layout that we created. So the very first one, the title, and we used that to create a title slide for us. And second was the content slide layout that we were using for all the preceding slides that we want. We got a slide variable, and now let's use the background for us, and we're just going to get the slide dot background. So as you can all see, this is the same code. Like to get the background color, to get the text, you just have to get to that. So the PPTX library is a really simple library and is a really good hierarchy. So you don't have to import lots of stuff and use those modules and to change the font a different module, in the color a different module. So you can just simply instantiate and just simply go into that. So same thing, fill equals background dot fill, and now what we want to a fill dot solid. So it's kind of a simple thing to do a fill dot solid, and you can have gradients and patterns. You can simply go to the PowerPoint PPTX library and just simply look into that. So fill dot for color dot RGB, as we have the RGB module over there, and here have the color and the background color. So we're just simply going to use the background color variable over here. Simple as that, to be honest. Now we got the color, we got the solid fill. Now we want the content. And as I told you above, we have more than one title and more than one content. So we can do an iterator, and we have that over here, right? So let's just, now when we get into for loop, we are getting one title and one content for that slide. So let's first put some shapes. So what we want to do, we want to put the font size, and we want to know if the font would be bold for the title or not. So let's do that first. But we can just simply instantiate slide dot shapes dot title, and now we got the title, and now we can just simply do title dot text equals what will this will be. So the title should be a slide title that we are instantiating and that we are iterating over. It can be over here, and just simply now we want to put a font size, and we want it to be bold. So we can just simply go above and just copy this. Simple. and is change the title dot text frame, paragraphs, 0 font or size. It can be a title font size, and we want it to be bold, so we are putting true over here. If you don't want it to be bold, you can simply remove that. So we won't be doing that. So now we got the title. Now we want the content. So as I told you, the 0th index is for the titles and the first index is for the content. So now let's get the content variables up and running. So now this is the very first index, size of placeholders. And now content.text equals slide content. So now we put the content text as a slide content. Now what we want is to put the font size of each content of that slide. So it can be more than one paragraphs, right? So we can just simply do a for loop for paragraphs and content dot text name dot paragraphs, and what we will be getting in each iteration is each paragraph. So we can simply paragraph dot font dot size equals content font size. So or do we have a content font size? Yeah, we have a content font size. So we got the contents font size to be what do we have over there? We have 16. We can easily change that and create a presentation again. So it will be just a button click, to be honest. Now what we can do, we have the content, we have the titles. Now we're going to save that to a directory. So we can use a variable PowerPoint dot save, and we can have a simple f string. So I have the PowerPoint folder over here. So we can put that over there. And to be so, if you we will have more than one PowerPoint generated, right? So we can have a generic name for it. So dot pbtx. So whatever topic that you are creating a presentation on, it will be the same name over here. So it's really simple, guys. So you get the whole code over in this lines. So this is the main code. You are getting the content and slide titles through ChatGPT, and that's kind of a basic thing. But over here, this is the main thing, right? You can totally add stuff to it. You can add shapes. You can add stuff to like this. It's really simple. Now let's create the main function. Now let's define it. Now let's put the topic. I don't know. Let's put AI in auto vehicles. Right. This is kind of basic topic that we have. So make it a bit cool. Yeah, that's good. Now what we wanted is a topic and the number of slides. Now just simply put 5 over here. So we would have 5 slides generated plus the title slide, because the title slide is out of the folder, because it's the very first slide, and it's kind of a different slide. That's why how we did that. Now we need a slide titles. So we will be using the slide titles function, and what we will be giving the topic and the num slides. Now let's go to the function. It will be taking topic and number of slides, and it will be generating some titles for us. We got the titles, and so for our understanding, we can put some, I don't know, like this, so we would know that, because ChatGPT can take some time to generate content, so that's how we will know the progress of the code. So now what I will be doing over here is to filter it a bit, because it will be simple text. All the titles will come in a one string, right? So we don't want that. We want it to be iterable. So that's how we will be doing this. Item for item and slide titles. Slide titles. Slide titles. And if item dot strip not equals to this. So what we are doing over here is that, why this error is coming. Let me see. I don't know. It will be. Let me see what was above. Yeah, that looks good. And now the main function, we have site titles. We will be getting that. Now we'll be printing that. I don't know what the issue is over here. Item for item slide titles. Yeah, some unknown character came over here. Item.strip not equals to empty string. So this will break the paragraph into list of titles. So that's how we will be iterating over here. Now what we need is the site content. We have the function. We just need to call the function, right? Create site content, and what we need to give it is that. So yeah, so we have the list, right? So we just can write a list comprehension function. So we can just do, what can we do? Create site content, and we can just title or title and filtered titles. So we can just do an iterator, and we can have all the content in this list for every title. So now what we can do is we can simply print generated slide content. So we will know that the content has been generated. And now the main function is a create presentation. What we need over here is the topic that we will be putting, the filtered slide titles that we will be using, and the slide contents. This is the thing that we have. If this is the main thingy, so it will just run the code automatically. Yeah. Now, sorry, I got time has been exceeded. Let's just simply run it and let's see how the thing goes. So fingers crossed for any errors or something else. Yeah, we have this thing. So we'll be running this file, python main.py, and let's see what outcome comes. So yeah, we got the titles, as you all can see. Now let's wait for the content. So it has been generating content for every title. So there are 5 titles in total, so 5 paragraphs. But over, as you can see in the above prompt, we told it to generate 2 paragraphs for each title. So 10 paragraphs for all 5 titles. So let's see how the PowerPoint comes up. So we can even remove the request timeout because it can increase. So for the content. So that's how you can do stuff. Let's wait. Yeah, it's taking time because we are generating 300 words, 300 tokens for each title. So Nathan, are there any questions so we can answer those in the meantime, and then we can show everyone the presentation that has been created automatically.
Yes, we do have some questions.
Sure.
Alrighty, so I think this one's kind of answered, but Abad, do we know how to code to use this format?
Can you come again?
Do we need to know how to code to use this format?
So
I think the short answer
to be
is
honest,
yes.
Yeah, you'll get the code. Yeah.
And then we're using Python, correct?
Yes, we're using Python.
Um, and then can you show us where we can get access to all of this, maybe while we wait?
Yeah, Ramin or Dua can share the code links. So everything is over there, the main.py file, the requirement.txt, and what actually we want. So yeah.
And then where are you running the code? Is it are you in a notebook,
So
desktop, GPU?
it's VS Code actually, yeah. So it's local.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, let's do one simple thing, and let's just generate one slide, and let's then see was it a chat GPT issue or some code issues.
And then maybe while we wait, I mean, Shamshad has I think, a good question. Can this not be reverse engineered / coded from an existing PPTX template?
Okay, yeah, that's kind of a really good question. We can edit the content for sure. So we can just import. But still, it would be a really tough thing, and let's see how PBTX library handles that. But over here, as you can guys see, that we are instantiating a new presentation, and that's how we can create stuff from it on the go. No idea what's happening.
Somebody is mentioning there is a for instead of from somewhere. Could that be an issue?
Okay, it must be this. I couldn't see. Okay, okay, yeah, that's an issue. Let's see. So it won't be over here. Now, item for item in slide titles, if item.strip is not equal to this, and you can just simply get slide titles. Mhm. That's how, that's what I do, to be honest. It's kind of okay. But the content, the titles that we are getting is not good, right? So let's see where the problem is, and let's just solve it in a minute. And let's see. Now also let's print site titles over here. That's where the problem is, because it's spreading everything. Yeah. So what we can simply do is that we can simply put it over here, and let's then create the PowerPoint. Okay. Okay. That's now this is what we get. So over here, so it's kind of an issue, but I can surely show you stuff that has been generated. And so this PowerPoint that I presented to you, all of you, was generated by our code, but not completely. So the logos and all the content outlining was done by me, and this also, but everything else was done by ChatGPT. So that's how we have the content over here. So yeah, thank you guys. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Avad. Let me just. So Ibad, I guess I'll handle this. Can you send us your slides? Yes, T. That's all I'm seeing as your name. For all the slides, all the code.data science dojo link. We'll make sure to share that as a resource with the recording. So if you're seeing it on YouTube, it'll be in the description of the video, or if you're seeing it in if you're seeing it in datasciencedojo.com/tutorials, you will see it in there'll be a resource section off to the right, and you'll actually see that all the links tied there. So just be on the lookout for the recording, and you'll be able to find the slides and the code and everything fairly easily. And then Ibad, we have a few people asking if you can update the main.py in GitHub so that it works. So yeah, we'll make sure everything runs smoothly.
No, that works actually.
Yeah.
That works. Let me just copy the whole code and just run it, to be honest.
It's just when you're doing it from scratch.
Right? That's a really good thing. Let's do that.
All right, so let's get a couple of different questions going. We've answered a few of them already. So even though we generate the PowerPoint slides with the same topic, it'll have slightly different title and content results each time we run the code, right? So we can review some of those and select what works best. Probably we need to save them in different names so that we can check different cases. So every time you run it, it's going to give you a different output, right?
Yes, that's how ChatGPT works, right? Because whenever you ask the same question, even through ChatGPT portal, it would give you different content.
Okay, and then another question: the zip associates one title in sequence to one content. How can we be sure that the title and the content are associated?
So what we did to ChatGPT is that we didn't give all the titles in one go. We gave it one by one in a for loop. So that's how we can make sure the title's content is what we want. So yeah, the code work, guys. Let me share my screen. I can't. Really sorry for that.
Yeah, Evad's like,
So
I
there will
promise
be
it
some.
works.
Yeah. So yeah, this works. So there would be some issue over here. So I will be looking into that afterwards. So let's see what it generated. So yeah, that's how it works. So we can even present that. So this is a topic that we gave. This is created by AI, and this is the thing that we get. So as we told above that we want two paragraphs. So we did that. We got the content and we got the title to be bold. This is how we get outputs, right? So this is a thing that we have, and that's how this project is. And if there are any other questions, you guys can ask.
Okay, I think Yasir wants to know, where should we save the file? I guess wherever you want.
The PowerPoint file?
Oh, the requirements.txt before running pip install.
So you can just put that into the same directory as you have the main.py file, and you can just simply run uh, pip or installer at my.txt. That's how you do that.
And then last question before I kind of end this for us. So can we include images?
Yes, we can. That's the PBTX library. We can just simply go to the PBTX library, and over there are certain modules to add some images. So, but you can't generate images right now. If you have DALI subscription, please pull me in. I want to work on it too. Microsoft doesn't give DALI access too easily to us. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe another time then, once we figure it out.
Sure.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ibad. I am actually going to